Good evening and welcome to your Wednesday, August 27, 2025 edition of the Evening News. I am Jemima Holmes. Thank you for joining us. Let's take a look at some of the lead stories tonight. Government hints at second cash grant distribution for Christmas. U.S. hails Guyana's role in U.S.-led coalition to combat drug cartels. Guyanese hairdresser busted with U.S. $10.6 million worth of cocaine at DHAKA airport. NANDLALL informs international observers, police about opposition's threats to peaceful elections. GPOC suspends package shipments to U.S. amid new tariff policy. And driver dies after running stop sign, crashing into truck on Heroes Highway. Now for the news in detail. Incumbent president and presidential candidate of the People's Progressive Party Civic, Dr. Irfan Ali, has hinted that the government will roll out a second cash grant for Christmas, thereby reinforcing their commitment to poverty alleviation and wealth redistribution. Bisham Mohammed has the details in this report.
We will have a beautiful Christmas. We will have a beautiful Christmas. Look at the smile on my face and know that you will have an enjoyable holiday season.
Approximately 600,000 Guyanese aged 18 and over are eligible for the initiative, which was first introduced in October 2024. During the initial rollout, 629,498 beneficiaries received the grant. President Ali had repeatedly emphasized that the initiative is not a one-off measure, but part of a wider strategy to support families and strengthen the economy. He hinted at a second cash grant distribution for the holidays while speaking at the People's Progressive Party Civic Rally in INT'L on Tuesday.
The next 5 years, my friends, and I heard PM, you told them next year is the next grant. If they behave themselves, they get it this year.
However, he noted that for the next 5 years, the PPPC government will ensure that every Guyanese has more disposable income with a reduction of prices in basic services and taxes.
We will put more money in your pocket because your cost of electricity will come down by half and the cost of cooking gas will be the lowest in this part of the world. We will put back more money in your pocket because we will pay for your education service, your health service, your lab service. We will give you treated water at less cost, no increases in taxes, and we will reduce taxes to put more disposable income in your pockets. We will make it easier for you to own vehicles by reducing the taxes and removing in some cases. We will help you to own your own businesses by co-investing with you and establishing a zero-interest facility for small and medium-sized businesses. The speed at which the economy will grow and the speed at which the economy will expand would require every single person to brace for this acceleration.
He highlighted that the government's agenda extends beyond financial support, pointing to investments in housing, infrastructure, recreational facilities, and youth development.
The next 5 years is not only about ensuring every Guyanese get a house lot, but the next 5 years is about you owning your own homes. And for those of you who have homes, helping you to renovate, rehabilitate, or extend it so we can grow the asset value and you can use that asset value to get liquidity and use that liquidity to invest in businesses and create opportunity for growth, development, and empowerment. When we say we will build 40,000 homes, I want you to understand, this is just housing. That is like building out half of Antigua landmass in 5 years. The whole country, Antigua. Half of their land mass in 5 years. That is what 40,000 house lot means. And you will be connected to Silica City. And we are studying the possibility and feasibility of building a train system from Golden Grove to Cane Grove so that we can expeditiously move people along this major highway.
He further stated that the speed in which the economy will grow will require every single person to brace for this acceleration.
We will turn Sundays into Mondays, holidays into working days, and night into day because we have to work 24/7 to get this agenda completed. And for us to achieve this, you must be prepared. You must be prepared to expand your income, not only by increases in salaries, but to expand your income by increases in employment opportunity, extended hours, second job. We must make the sacrifice in the next 5 years to lead a revolution in your family, a revolution in your disposable income, a revolution in your infrastructure, a revolution in your development, a revolution in your advancement.
About a week ago, in what can be described as one of the most aggressive social support packages in Guyana's history, Ali unveiled sweeping increases in grants and pension that will channel more than $200 billion in disposable income directly into the hands of citizens. At the heart of the announcement is the dramatic increase in the Because We Care cash grant, which will rise to $100,000 per child. In addition, each student will receive a new annual transportation grant of $100,000. He also announced a major boost in public assistance from $22,000 to $40,000 per month per person. This expansion, Ali said, will represent an additional $19 billion annually invested in vulnerable groups. Similarly, the country's elderly population will see unprecedented support. The old age pension will increase from $41,000 to a minimum of $60,000 monthly, complemented by a $50,000 transportation grant. This initiative, the president explained, will see government spending an additional $65 billion each year to support pensioners. Bisham Mohammed, The Evening News.
We are now joined by Davina Samaru, who reports that Guyana has been named among a growing coalition of nations partnering with the United States to strengthen border security and combat transnational narcotics trafficking as part of a broader push to counter organized crime and enhance regional stability.
On Tuesday, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, speaking alongside President Donald Trump, praised Guyana and several Latin American and Caribbean nations, including Ecuador, Paraguay, Trinidad, and Argentina, for stepping forward to cooperate in what he described as an unprecedented international effort to disrupt criminal cartels.
We're getting incredible economic international cooperation. Countries just in the last week, Ecuador, Paraguay, Guyana, Trinidad, today Argentina, all joining us or trying to be helpful in advancing this. And this just, one thing is we're going to stop drugs from coming in and we're having record seizures, but another thing is to build an international coalition against the scourge on the international stage.
The partnership will focus on intelligence sharing, coordinated enforcement, and strengthening legal frameworks to combat trafficking networks that use porous borders and maritime routes across the Caribbean and South America. Just last week, the Ghana government reaffirmed its support for a collaborative and integrated approach to tackle transnational organized crime. Guyana said it remains committed to working with bilateral partners to find meaningful solutions and will support regional and global initiatives aimed at dismantling criminal networks to safeguard the world's shared security. The U.S. has deployed 3 warships and more than 4,000 military troops off the coast of Venezuela as part of efforts to crack down on the drug trade in the region. Washington has stated that designated narco-terrorist organizations like Venezuela's Cartel de los Soles are using the region's air and sea corridors to funnel drugs into the U.S., thus posing a direct threat to American lives and security. Meanwhile, beyond counter-narcotics operations, the alliance is also addressing the challenges of mass migration and border management. Rubio emphasized that border security is no longer a matter of domestic patrols alone, but requires global cooperation.
Harris also burst to report that Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs NANDLALL has formally notified international observer missions and the Guyana Police Force about threats made by the opposition that could undermine the peaceful conduct of the upcoming general and regional elections.
Executive member of the People's Progressive Party Civic PPPC NANDLALL has written to international and local observers as well as the Commissioner of Police about the potential threat to peaceful elections posed by at least two opposition parties. During his Issues in the News program on Tuesday, NANDLALL referred to the recent comments made by leaders of the Partnership for National Unity and We Invest in Nationhood WIN parties. According to NANDLALL, the various electoral observer missions in Guyana, as well as the police, have been notified of these developments.
These are statements that can have serious consequences, as we have seen and as our historical experiences have shown. On behalf of the government of Guyana, I have written all the international foreign observers currently in the country, drawing their attention to these dangerous publications by these political leaders. I have written to every accredited local observers and sent them a similar missive. And these matters have also been formally drawn to the attention of the Commissioner of Police. We don't want violence in this country. We don't want social disorder in this country.
He added that Guyana has been embroiled in such uncivilized and undemocratic conduct for too long. He expressed that, and I quote, "Our country has graduated and it is at a particular precipice of standing internationally, and I hope that these political leaders will not drag us back to the state of lawlessness and semiarchy that they had descended us to in the past," end quote. Referring particularly to Norton's remarks, NANDLALL contended that the APNU, which is an offspring of the People's National Congress, has a history of electoral malpractices.
The PNC has had a long history of not only rigging elections, but attempting to rig elections. And the attempt was as late, or the attempts were as late as 2020, March the 2nd. The PNC also has a long history of executing violence or encouraging violence in relation to elections. You have the 1992 elections, where the PNC refused to accept the legitimate results of those elections. Elections that were observed by international, foreign, and local observers. International, foreign observers, and local observers. And because the results were not of their liking, we had violence in the streets of Georgetown. Buildings were burnt, people were beaten, people were robbed, they were looting, fire, violence, disruptions that lasted for days.
Hicken has already warned that any attempt to create disorder, intimidate others, or break the law will be dealt with swiftly. Guyanese head to the polls on September 1 to vote in the country's general and regional elections. The contenders are incumbent President Dr. Irfaan Ali for the PPPC, Aubrey Norton for the Partnership of National Unity, Nigel Hughes for the Alliance for Change, Azruddin Mohammed for the We Invest in Nationhood, Amanza Walton Desir for the Forward Guyana Movement, and Simona Brooms for the Assembly of Justice and Liberty Party. Trishelle Sobers, Evening News.
Meanwhile, as Guyanese head to the polls to cast their ballots in the general and regional elections, Police Commissioner Clifton Hicken has issued a stern warning that anyone who causes disruptions during this period will have to face the consequences. Vanu Manikchand has the details.
Now, let it be clearly understood. Any attempt to create disorder, intimidate others, or break the law will be dealt with swiftly and decisively.
That was Police Commissioner Clifton Hicken warning persons against causing disruptions on Elections Day set for Monday, September 1, 2025. His remarks come on the heels of potential threats from at least 2 opposition parties contesting the upcoming polls. But according to the top cop, the Guyana Police Force is fully prepared to maintain law and order during this electoral period.
Guyana Police Force is responsible for internal security and is fully prepared for the elections. Police officers and ranks will be present in all 10 of the administrative regions and by extension, the 12 administrative regions of the Guyana Police Force. Not to interfere, but to protect your constitutional rights to participate peacefully and safely. The role of the Guyana Police Force is to maintain order and ensure that every citizen can do so without fear or disruption. The force is trained, prepared, and committed to treating everyone fairly.
In preparation for the elections, the Guyana Police Force has been conducting a series of training and muster sessions in various divisions to enlighten ranks on their role and functions during the upcoming elections, as well as ensuring they are fully equipped to execute their duties. Additionally, the Guyana Police Force has benefited from training by the New York Police Academy and the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Department on crowd control and handling civil unrests, among other areas. Meanwhile, over the past few days, Commissioner Hicken has been meeting with various international observation missions that are in Guyana to monitor the upcoming elections.
This is an important moment for our country, a time for all of us to show the world that Guyana is a peaceful, respectful, and a united nation. In recent years, we've made real strides as a nation in building a safer and more orderly society. Let's protect that progress. Treat each other with courtesy, speak with care, respect your fellow citizens. Carry yourself with pride as a Guyanese. Together, let's safeguard the peace before, during, and after elections.
On Monday, some 750,000 persons are expected to cast their ballot to select a president to govern them for the next 5 years. The contenders are the incumbent President Dr. Irfaan Ali for the People's Progressive Party Civic, Aubrey Norton for the Partnership for National Unity, Nigel Hughes for the Alliance for Change, Azruddin Mohammed for We Invest in Nationhood, Amanza Walton Desir for the Forward Guyana Movement, and Simona Brooms for the Assembly of Justice and Liberty Party. Reporting for the Evening News, Vanu Manikchand.
The Guyana Post Office Corporation on Wednesday stated that it has suspended all outbound postal parcels and packages to the United States with immediate effect until further notice. This decision comes in response to the suspension of the de minimis exemption, which previously allowed goods valued under $800 to enter the United States of America duty-free. GPOC will continue to facilitate the shipment of letters and documents to the United States. The new policy enacted as Executive Order 14324 by the United States of America mandates that all international parcels, regardless of value, are subjected to U.S. import duties and takes effect from August 29, 2025. Additionally, packages destined for countries whose shipments transit through the United States of America will not be accepted by the Guyana Post Office Corporation. This includes packages being sent to Australia, Grand Cayman, New Zealand, Turks and Caicos, Uruguay, Nicaragua, Vietnam, Guatemala, Honduras, and Paraguay. Coming up, driver dies after running stop sign, crashing into truck on Heroes Highway, and Guyanese hairdresser busted with US $10.6 million worth of cocaine at DHAKA airport. Do stay with us. More news ahead.
Seeing her succeed makes me proud, and I know I made the right choice by giving her infant growth since she was little. Knowing that 85% of brain growth will occur by age 3, Enfagrow's blend of ingredients such as DHA helps support your toddler's brain development and contains 22 nutrients to support their diet or nutrition. Enfagrow, what you do today will last forever. This product is not intended to be a substitute or
Business owners, it's time to level up with SylviesOnline.com. Shopping with us is a breeze. Browse online and plan your purchase. Check real-time stock availability. Enjoy expert in-store assistance. Whether you're on-site or in the office, shop at SylviesOnline.com. Visit SylviesOnline.com today and make your next big upgrade easy. SylviesOnline.com, your partner in productivity.
Seeing her succeed makes me proud, and I know I made the right choice by giving her infant growth since she was little. Knowing that 85% of brain growth will occur by age 3, Enfagrow's blend of ingredients such as DHA helps support your toddler's brain development and contains 22 nutrients to support their diet or nutrition. Enfagrow, what you do today will last forever. This product is not intended to be a substitute or
Granny! What are you doing on the right of way? Like you're saying let the sunshine stretch your legs. Sunshine? Look, forget I ask. You know you're not supposed to be on the right of way, Granny. But I ain't digging, building, burning or planting. No horsing wrong, no horse riding or nothing for doing horses. But sunshine? What? You and sunshine get out the right of way. Sunshine will be glad. Good.
Seeing her succeed makes me proud, and I know I made the right choice by giving her infant growth since she was little. Knowing that 85% of brain growth will occur by age 3, Enfagrow's blend of ingredients such as DHA helps support your toddler's brain development and contains 22 nutrients to support their diet or nutrition. Enfagrow, what you do today will last forever. This product is not intended to be a substitute.
The moment is coming. He has the ball. Will he make the shot? And he made it! Goal! This is the biggest win we've seen in ages. Feel the rush with every bet and win big. Play online at www.ibetgamesur.com.
With iBet Supreme, every game is your game. iBet to win with iBet Supreme.
Must be 18 years and older to bet.
Welcome back. You're watching the Evening News. Karen Petula Stuffle, a 63-year-old hairdresser from Guyana, has been arrested at Dhaka's Hazrat Shah Jalal International Airport, Bangladesh, after arriving from Doha with 8.66 kilograms of cocaine concealed in her luggage. This marks the largest cocaine seizure at the airport to date, with an estimated street value of around $10.6 million. The Guyanese hairdresser arrived in Dhaka on Qatar Airways flight QR638 at about 2 hours 30 on Monday last. However, acting on prior intelligence, customs officials identified her at seat 30 and after routine immigration checks, scanned her bags, during which 3 plastic jars containing 22 foil-wrapped egg-shaped capsules were discovered. Tests by the Department of Narcotics Control confirmed the substance inside as cocaine. This is not her first drug trafficking offense. In 2018, she was intercepted at the Chedijagan International Airport while while preparing to board a British Airways flight to New York. A body search and subsequent medical examination revealed she had swallowed 100 cocaine-filled pellets. Combined with a package found on her person, the total amount of cocaine seized was 1.14 kilograms. She pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 4 years in prison, along with a fine of $2.3 million. Meanwhile, DHAKA's Customs Intelligence and Investigation Directorate has confirmed that legal proceedings are underway, with charges pending under both criminal and customs laws. The Guyana Police Force on Wednesday stated that they have launched an official investigation into the alleged abduction of 66-year-old Frederick Pollard, a boat captain of 2nd Avenue Bartica, and a porter, which reportedly occurred in the Iterengbang area in Region 7. Bisham Mohammed has the details.
Reports reveal that Damian Williams, the son of Frederick Pollard, visited the police and reported that his father was allegedly abducted by members of the Venezuelan Sindicato gang. During his interview, Williams stated that his father shuttles fuel from Steve Matido of Peter Rose Street, Queenstown, on a route from Devil's Hole landing to Ikeriku Bagdam along the Cuyuni River. He noted that on August 21, 2025, at about 5 hours, his father departed from Devil Hole landing on a fuel shuttling trip to Ikeriku Bagdam. On August 24 at 7 hours 5, his father reportedly made contact with him and related that he was departing Ikeriku Bagdam to return to Devil's Hole landing with a porter on board his boat. That was the last time he had contact with his father. However, at about 13 hours on August 25, the son told police that he received a telephone call from an unknown person who informed him that his father had been forcibly held by a Venezuelan Sindicato gang in the vicinity of Batonamu Creek. Upon receiving this information, further contact was made with the source and the details were later confirmed. Meanwhile, in a separate incident, ranks from Iterengbang Police Station contacted Colin Matthews, also known as Blacks, a 36-year-old boat captain from San Martin, Venezuela. He recounted that he, along with 9 passengers, was in his boat, and in the vicinity of Blackwater Mouth on Venezuelan shore, he heard what appears to be gunshots. Soon after, they were ambushed and held at gunpoint by members of the Sindicato gang. Whilst there, he reportedly observed Pollard and another identified male in the same creek who appeared to be alive. Matthews stated that the gang members took a drum of fuel from his boat and they were later sent away. To corroborate his story, the other 9 individuals confirmed that it was exactly what took place. Police stated that the investigation remains active. Up to late Wednesday afternoon, Pollard and the porter remain missing. Bisham Mohammed, The Evening News.
The Guyana government continues to strengthen law enforcement across the country with the commissioning of 7 new projects to the tune of $603 million in Region 5 and 6. Andrew Carmichael has the details in this report.
The command center at Fort Wellington, which was constructed to the tune of $78.4 million, and the new Maikoni police station, built to $111.3 million, were 2 of the projects in Region 5, that is, Maikoni, Mahaica, Berbice. The others were in Region 6, East Berbice Quarantine, and they include a boathouse at the New Amsterdam Ferry Stelling with a price tag of $48 million. The new Central Police Station building set at $228 million. The new Rose Hall Town Police Station built for $70 million. Living quarters at Skellon constructed to the tune of $46.4 million. The command center at Wim Police Station with a price tag of $20.9 million. Home Affairs Minister Robson Ben related that the projects are a testament to the government's commitment to strengthening law enforcement, enhancing public safety, and improving policing services across Guyana. Dozens of police stations across the country have been built under his tenure as Home Affairs Minister.
But in the policing alone, for buildings, we built 26 new buildings. Police stations. 26 new police stations all over Guyana. And I think we have 10 others under construction. So I'm not going to talk about fire and prison and the others yet, because we're doing that too.
The new police stations are outfitted with state-of-the-art amenities, similar to those recently commissioned facilities nationwide. According to Ben, the upgrades are designed to improve operational efficiency, support proactive policing strategies, and strengthen community engagement in law enforcement. Meanwhile, Permanent Secretary in the Home Affairs Ministry, Andre Ali, pointed out that the ministry has been strategically identifying all of the buildings that either need to be repaired, rehabilitated, or in some cases to be completely rebuilt, referring to Central Police Station at New Amsterdam. He said this is being done as a matter of priority. He added that over the past 3 years, a total of 18 infrastructural projects have been completed, costing $1.5 billion in the ancient county.
And you know what? That's not all. We have 7 more that's currently ongoing with an expected completion date of the end of year, before the end of the year. And that's valued to almost 1.4 billion Guyana dollars. So in this region alone, for infrastructure, for buildings, we have invested almost 3 billion Guyana dollars in completed projects by the end of this year.
Ali further called on the police officers to put their best foot forward and promised more infrastructural improvements.
At this point in time in Guyana's history, we need it more than ever. With the explosion of the oil and gas industry and all of the spin-off effects, construction has never, the construction sector has never been as large as it is right now in Guyana. Never been as large. And at the Ministry of Home Affairs, we're ensuring that we keep up with that pace, or even ahead.
Deputy Commissioner of Operations Elwell Watts, speaking at the commissioning ceremony of Central Police Station headquarters, praised the government for its commitment to improving law enforcement.
There is a strategic plan, as all of us know, but there was a plan on paper and nothing was materializing. And under your leadership, sir, we have seen regional division headquarters established in Region 7, Region 4B. Region 4A will be having a 12-story building, and it will be the best in Georgetown. Let them, Region 1, Madhya, and all the other regions have brand new regional headquarters for the divisional commander. This was a plan that was under a former administration in Guyana, but it was just a paper, just on paper, never materialized. What we were told in operation is that we must leave those historic old buildings and renovate them. That can't work in a modern police force with a strategic focus. Cannot work.
For the Evening News, Andrew Carmichael.
Here is Andrew Carmichael once again, this time to report that Region 6, East Berbice quarantine, has recorded a 63% decline in serious crime, topped with a reduction in traffic offenses.
Addressing a gathering at the commissioning of the new Central Police Station headquarters in New Amsterdam on Tuesday, Regional Commander, Assistant Commissioner Shivprasad Packer said both crime and traffic statistics show a drastic decline.
I am proud standing in front of you and to say that Regional Police Division 6 is celebrating a minus 34% of traffic incident and traffic accident. It therefore means that the ranks and file within the region would understand the challenge, would understand the circumstances, and continue to perform their duty with professionalism and accountability. And it didn't finish there. Crime. Anybody want to guess the percentage for crime? Not police. Honorable Minister, we stand proud in Region 6 to report that we are at 63% minus in indictable and summary offenses in regional police divisions. It therefore tells us that our strategies employed and deployed are working.
In addition, Home Affairs Minister Rupson Ben said those statistics should not be a reason for law enforcement officers to relax.
To know your statistics, we should not rest our laurels as a result of the statistics we have. We know that they are many other things which we should intercept early before they evolve into bigger crimes of worse things and so on. We know that there's still smuggling of stuff over the Quarantine River, landing up all over the place. Banana, what is it? Heineken, cheese, I think, some other things. Chicken. We need to get on top of that. And of course, there's still the danger in the Kanjian and the Corpus River.
Commander Bacchus praised the efforts of the ranks to bring both the crime and traffic offenses down, but at the same time sounded a stern warning for those who may not be towing the line.
Policemen in Region 6, Honorable Minister, would have distinguished themselves. I know, and I'm cognizant of the fact, there are complaints of misconduct and unprofessional conduct, corruption. Well, you would have heard from Deputy Commissioner Administration, Mr. Budram. You would have heard from Deputy Commissioner Operation, Mr. Errol Watts, and also our dear Commissioner of Police. Corruption is a no-no for us. When you get involved in corrupt practices, providing the legal advice from the legal advisor, you will be dealt with accordingly.
For the evening news, Andrew Carmichael.
Charles Richards, a 64-year-old resident of Sandy Bab Street, Kitty, Georgetown, lost his life in a collision at the intersection of Heroes Highway and the Mucka Main Access Road, Mucka Village, East Bank, Demerara. According to police reports, the accident involved a motor lorry, registration number GAH 9771, driven by a 29-year-old man from Cove John, East Coast, Demerara, and a motor car PAH 7906 being driven by Richards. Preliminary investigations revealed that Richards was traveling along the Mucka Main Access Road and, upon approaching the intersection, failed to observe the stop signs. As a result, he entered the path of the lorry, which was proceeding along the Heroes Highway. Richards sustained severe injuries to the head and other parts of his body and was pronounced dead at the scene. A breathalyzer test was conducted on the lorry driver, found no traces of alcohol in his system. Investigations ongoing. For the first time in Guyana's history, children from across several regions gathered at the Arthur Chung Conference Center on Tuesday for a national conference dedicated to amplifying their voices and shaping their futures. Luana McAllister was at the event and filed this report.
More than 200 participants attended the event, which was hosted by the Human Services and Social Security Ministry in partnership with UNICEF. The gathering brought together children from regions 3, 4, and 6, along with representatives from foster care homes, child care facilities, and children living with disabilities and special needs. Human Service Minister Dr. Vindhya Prasad, in her remarks, encouraged participants to be confident in exercising their rights and to make decisions that will positively influence their lives.
You have a right to choose. You have the right to choose just as you have the right to education, to health, to survival, and to every other opportunity out there. You have the right to choose. And as children here, I want you never ever lose the right to choose, because the choices that you make, even as a child, will have an impact on who you are and where you go and what you will be in life.
She further urged the children to cultivate determination as a guiding principle that will help them shape their career paths. Dr. Prasad also highlighted a number of services available through her ministry, including the 914 hotlines for reporting abuse.
Many children experience violence. Many children experience abuse, and that abuse can be sexual abuse, that abuse can be emotional abuse, and that abuse can be mental abuse, physical abuse, and sometimes all of these things combined affect a single child.
The minister also cautioned the young participants about the dangers of social media and advised them to use online platforms wisely and safely. The day's program featured breakout sessions, interactive activities, and career exhibitions designed to expose children to new opportunities. Lawanda McAllister for the Evening News.
And now for a look at the bridge reports.
The Demerara Harbour Bridge will be closed to vehicular traffic at 3 hours 55 on Thursday, August 28, 2025 for a period of 1.5 hours. Meanwhile, the Berbice River Bridge is scheduled to be closed to vehicular traffic at 6 hours 45 on Thursday, August 28, 2025, also for a period of 1.5 hours.
Kings topple Warriors in high-scoring encounter and 1 million up for grabs in GFA Senior League. These stories and more coming up in this evening's Sportcast, sponsored by MacCorp.
It's Building Expo and Cricket Carnival time and MacCorp is knocking prices out of the park. Get the powerful CAT 320 GX for just 30 million, the SEM 655 D-Wheel loader at 17.4 million, or the SEM 636 D-Wheel loaded for only 13.8 million. Each machine comes with free fuel warranty registration, 2 years warranty and a customer value agreement for the first 500 hours. Don't wait. Register your interest now at MacCorpCat.com or call us today on 703-8618. MacCorp, let's build Guyana together.
Tell from the crowd who's up next. It's Premier's star player, whose world-class stats put him in a league of his own. Premier's rise to stardom has been one for the record books. The first team to get a GYAA- rating. They boast a strong solvency and A-class service. Ladies and gentlemen, you're witnessing Premier's financial and technical strength that is out of this world.
Premier insurance coverage for less.
Seeing her succeed makes me proud, and I know I made the right choice by giving her growth since she was little. Knowing that 85% of brain growth will occur by age 3, grow's blend of ingredients such as DHA helps support your toddler's brain development and contains 22 nutrients to support their diet or nutrition. Grow, what you do today will last forever. This product is not intended to be a substitute.
Did you know that Gassie's Jet A1 fuel is a type of aviation fuel specially formulated for turbine engines? Jet A1 fuel is safer to handle and transport than any other fuel types due to its high flash point and low volatility. It also boasts a high energy content, enhancing aircraft performance and efficiency. So whether traveling for business or pleasure, choose GUYANA'S Jet A1 fuel for a safe, reliable and efficient flight.
Granny! What are you doing on the right of way? Like you're saying let the sunshine stretch your legs. Sunshine? Look, forget I ask. You know you're not supposed to be on the right of way, Granny.
But I ain't digging, building, burning or planting.
No horsing wrong, no horse riding or nothing for doing horses.
But sunshine?
But you and sunshine get out of the right of way.
Sunshine will be glad.
Good.
Seeing her succeed makes me proud, and I know I made the right choice by giving her growth since she was little. Knowing that 85% of brain growth will occur by age 3, grow's blend of ingredients such as DHA helps support your toddler's brain development and contains 22 nutrients to support their diet or nutrition. Grow, what you do today will last forever. This product is not intended to be a substitute.
Looking to bring your dream home to reality? Or simply taking on a home improvement project? Then National Hardware Limited is where you should start. Let us put that touch to your home. Choose from over 1,000 Berger Paint original hues for any surface. We are known for our trusted brands such as Westinghouse, Philips, Sadco, Rubbermaid, Pyrex, Gibson Home and so much more. National Hardware Limited, your do-it-best store. Located in downtown Georgetown and industrial site Rhymeville.